Adjusting your retirement withdrawals to combat inflation is more important than ever, especially with inflation rising and eroding your purchasing power. For many retirees, relying solely on Social Security or other fixed income streams won't cut it anymore. But how do you adapt without sacrificing the lifestyle you've worked for? The first thing you'll want to do is assess your current withdrawal strategy. Are you pulling from the right accounts at the right time? For instance, if you're only taking money from taxable accounts, that could result in bigger tax bills down the road. By adjusting the types of accounts you draw from, you could lower your tax burden and increase your spending power. The key here is diversification, not just in your investments, but in how you access those investments. For example, if you have a mix of traditional retirement accounts like IRAs, Roth IRAs, and even brokerage accounts, the strategy should be to pull from the tax-deferred accounts first in the early years of retirement, which can reduce your taxable income. As inflation increases, you'll want to be strategic about tapping into these accounts while minimizing tax impact. But the strategy doesn't end there. One option that's becoming increasingly popular is a gold IRA, which offers an effective hedge against inflation. Unlike other investments, gold has historically retained value during periods of inflation. Gold IRAs can help you preserve your purchasing power over time by maintaining a portion of your wealth in a form that stands strong against currency devaluation. If you want to learn why thousands of Americans are turning to gold IRAs, click the first link in the description for a free gold IRA guide. It's perfect for anyone serious about protecting their wealth in the next 2 weeks. Now, back to the topic at hand. You'll also need to adjust your withdrawal amounts. With inflation steadily increasing, you may need to raise your withdrawals to match rising costs. But don't just pull more from your current accounts. Consider what adjustments you can make to ensure that you're not only withdrawing enough, but that you're doing so in a tax-efficient way. Another option is to adjust your spending habits. By cutting back on discretionary spending or considering lower-cost alternatives for certain expenses, you could free up more funds to be directed toward savings or investments that will grow with inflation, like a gold IRA. Shifting your focus to investments that protect against inflation is critical. If you've got over 100K in an IRA or even 5 men pluses in savings, it's something you should seriously consider. When it comes to the specifics of your withdrawals, one strategy that works for many retirees is the 4% rule, though it's more of a guideline than a strict rule. That 4% is based on the idea that you can withdraw 4% of your retirement savings annually without depleting your funds. But with inflation eating away at that 4%, you may need to adjust it upward depending on how inflation is impacting your lifestyle. It's also important to account for the longevity of your portfolio. If you're planning to live into your 90s or beyond, your strategy should include ways to ensure your withdrawals are sustainable long-term. Consider moving some of your funds into inflation-protected assets, like gold or real estate, which tend to appreciate with inflation. I'll mention it again. If you want to protect your wealth from inflation and market fluctuations, gold IRAs are one of the smartest ways to go, especially if you have 100K or more in your IRA or 401K, or even more than $5 in savings. You owe it to yourself to at least explore this option. There's no better way to safeguard your retirement and ensure your purchasing power remains strong as prices rise. Adjusting your retirement withdrawals in response to inflation is all about being proactive. It's about making strategic decisions now to ensure your retirement lasts as long as you do, and that you're not left scrambling for funds as inflation continues to rise. If you're serious about protecting your wealth in the next 2 weeks, make sure to grab that free guide through the link in the description. It's a simple way to learn more about how gold IRAs can help you stay ahead of inflation while ensuring your retirement funds last as long as you need them to. Don't wait until inflation eats away at your purchasing power. Take action now and secure your financial future today.